I can't wait to do this with you. We're going to do some loyal swans. But first, I want to tell you what you need. A pencil with a good eraser. Whoa, does this focus? Pencil with an eraser. I have a Sharpie, as always. I have some oil pastels. And then finally, after we're done drawing, we'll use some, this is liquid watercolors. But you can use any kind of watercolors and some water. We'll do a watercolor resist. All right, so let's get started. We're going to use we're going to use scrap paper first, and then we'll use watercolor paper later. But first, we got to practice making our swans. They will look like, let's see, our drawing. Oh, I'm going to knock over my camera. Well, let's just practice. I'm going to show you. I'm going to use a Sharpie, but you guys need to use a pencil because you're going to erase lines. But if I use a pencil, you can barely see the lines. They're so tiny, skinny. Okay, so this is how it goes. The loyal swan. First, about, I don't know, I was going to say a quarter of the way down, make your line. That's going to be kind of like the bottom of the two swans right here. And then you see this part of the paper. Let me make sure the camera's showing the paper. Okay, focused. Ready? This part of the paper, from the middle, we're going to say just about halfway down, I'm going to draw a dot. And if you're using a pencil, because you're going to erase this line later, I'm going to draw a line that goes straight down from the middle of the paper down to this horizon line. Okay, now that we have this middle part, I'm going to go up and go ahead and draw a heart. Make sure you're using a pencil because we'll be erasing this line right here later. And you go ahead and just make yourself a nice heart shape. Once you got the heart shape, we're going to cut this right in half, and using your pencil, just give a little horizon line right there. From this dot, we're going to do a circle that goes just halfway between here and here. It's going to end about here. So with your pencil, draw a circle right here. Okay, and another circle that just goes about halfway in the middle of the heart. Now that you have your circles, we're going to do kind of the bottom of an ice cream cone, but don't do the bottom right in the center of the circle. Scoot it a little over to the side. So watch. I'm going to take from the side of my circle. I'm going to come down and round this up and not go from here, but a little bit in from my circle. Same on this side. I'm going to make the cone of my ice cream cone, not in the center, but a little bit this direction. Ready? Just like that and there. So now we have the head shape and the beak shape of two beautiful geese. The next thing we need to do is from this side of the cone, this is the neck, the width of the neck. It's just going to kind of really closely go right under the beak and touch this middle center line. And we'll do that on that side and on this side. Touch the center line. Now, if you have you've been working with a pencil, you're going to erase. Let me get you're going to erase this line, this line, this line, this line, this line, and just maybe that one. So we don't need the tops of their heads. Going to erase those lines, and with your Sharpie, you'll be able to go around. Let me see if I have an example. There we go. Go around all the lines that you didn't erase. So around the beak here, around his neck here, down, around his beak in the top of his head. And then right here, we're going to add here a nice big back of the swan coming down to that bottom line and straight because they're floating on a flat water. All right. It goes off the paper. All right, let's see what you got. This is your scrap paper. You've learned how to make the swan shape. In the center of the circle, I put a black eye. Let's do it. Center of the circle, black eye. And a lot of times we leave just a little white circle on the inside. And then this line from this dot, it's gonna go straight down first and then connect to the two sides of that triangle. And we actually will be coloring in this little part here. We'll do it on both. So you have a circle for an eye, but leave a white circle on side so it has a reflection. A little straight line down, and then right over to the edges of your triangle. There we go. You can even do a little black dot here, a little realistic nostril mark. Got it? And then finishing from the halfway point here, I'm gonna finish my swan, give it a tail, then go straight down to that horizon line, same here. Here we go. So you should have two swans on your scrap paper that have this nice heart shape symbolizing just their loyalty, their lifetime loyalty, wanting the best for each other, no matter what. It's an undying commitment to one another's best. So if, oh boy, if trouble comes, will one of them desert the family? Not a chance. You know, if a chick gets lost, will one spouse peck the other spouse? No way. They're in it together. They will find him, Team Swan. And what if mommy gets sick? Should all the rest of the family leave and fend for themselves and find easier territory, but she's sick? Will they leave her behind? Obviously not. They would never think of leaving her because it's just not an option with the loyal geese. All right, so I'm going to stop recording and get our watercolor paper.